2021, Sailun Tire America issues a federal recall affecting thousands of RV owners. Tread separation at highway speeds because of steel belt design failures. Families doing 70 miles per hour when their brand new tires disintegrated on Interstate 40. Virgin tires that fail catastrophically because someone in a factory halfway around the world prioritized production speed over your family's safety. Here's the thing, those brand new tires sitting on dealer lots have been aging in warehouses since 2020 or earlier. The rubber has been degrading from UV exposure and heat before you signed the purchase agreement. The clock started ticking the moment that tire was vulcanized in a Chinese factory, not when the salesman handed you the keys. Today, we are exposing why RV manufacturers install the cheapest tires money can buy, how dealers sell you 6-year-old inventory marketed as new, and the forensic evidence proving this is systemic negligence. I'm going to teach you how to read date codes like an auditor, identify the failure modes that kill families on highways, and show you the 3 tire brands that actually keep people safe. Stick around, because the tire that came with your $40,000 RV might be a rolling lawsuit, and the industry is betting you will never figure it out until it is too late. The Chinese tire dumping scandal, sidewall cracks and catastrophic blowouts on tires with under 1,000 miles, virgin rubber feeling before you finish the break-in period. Brands like Greenball Towmaster, Mission ST, and Power King Towmax, all manufactured by Shandong Hengfeng Rubber in China, have flooded NHTSA complaint databases with reports of complete tire explosions, sidewall separations, and structural failures. RV manufacturers select these tires based primarily on cost rather than durability because accountants run procurement instead of safety engineers. Translation, you bought a trailer worth more than most. People's cars, and the manufacturers save $12 per tire by sourcing rubber from the lowest bidder in Asia. Your family is doing highway speeds on tires that quality control forgot. Multiple cases documented with federal regulators, complete blowouts, sidewall separations on tires that never saw a pothole. The verdict, rolling lawsuits held together by hope and manufacturing shortcuts. The aged inventory scam, premature aging, and UV degradation, causing rubber compound breakdown before the tire hits the road. Tires sit in warehouses and dealer lots for months or years after manufacturing. The clock starts ticking when rubber is vulcanized, not when you make the purchase. Dealers market 6-year-old inventory as brand new because it has never been mounted. Industry experts recommend replacement at 5 to 7 years maximum regardless of tread depth, but many RVs leave the factory with tires already 2 to 3 years old. Translation, that 2026 model year RV sitting on the dealer lot right now might be rolling on 2022 rubber. You are buying an asset already halfway to its expiration date. The manufacturer got the volume discount on age inventory. You got the liability and the tow bill when that rubber comes apart in the desert. Brand new tires that have been rotting since the pandemic. Your retirement savings on a time bomb with a warranty that expired before the ink dried on your loan paperwork. The load rating underrated tires operating at or beyond maximum capacity, generating excessive heat that leads to structural failure. Manufacturers install marginally rated, lowest cost bid tires that technically meet the vehicle's gross weight rating on paper. But once you load the RV with water, propane, gear, and supplies, you exceed the safety margin. There is no buffer for real-world conditions. RV industry insiders identify inadequate load capacity as a significant contributor to failures. Underinflation from improper load, ratings is the #1 cause of blowouts. Translation, the engineer knew your rig weighs 12,000 pounds fully loaded, but the accountant bought tires rated for 11,500 pounds because it saves $17 per axle. That 500-pound difference shows up at mile marker 83 on Interstate 40 in July, when the sidewall gives out doing 70 miles per hour with your grandkids in the back seat. Penny-wise decisions with $1,000 consequences. And that is just the tow bill. If you are tired of corporate math gambling with your family's safety, hit subscribe. This channel exists because the RV industry will not police itself. The ST versus LT deception special trailer tires with stiffer sidewalls and harder rubber compounds marketed as superior engineering. But the ST category is dominated by the lowest quality manufacturers in the entire tire segment. ST tires do have different engineering standards than light truck. Tires, stiffer construction for trailer sway resistance, harder rubber for load capacity. But here's what the dealership does not mention. The ST market is where Chinese manufacturers dump their cheapest products because the barrier to entry is lower than LT truck tire certification standards. Experienced RVers call cheap ST tires China bombs. They upgrade to LT-rated or commercial-grade tires to avoid catastrophic failures. The dealership tells you ST tires are engineered for trailers, which is technically true. What they omit is that the ST designation has become a race to the bottom, and your rig came with the tire equivalent of particle board held together by marketing copy. The letter designation sounds professional. The actual product is a disaster waiting for the right combination of heat, load, and highway speed. The invisible internal damage, internal impact brakes, invisible core damage from potholes and road hazards that accumulate over time until catastrophic failure. Every pothole, every concrete expansion joint, every piece of road debris creates micro damage to the internal steel belts and cord structure. On cheap tires with minimal engineering margins, this damage compounds faster. You cannot see it during your pre-trip walk around because it is happening inside the casing where visual inspection is useless. Tire experts identify cumulative impacts as a leading cause of sudden failures that appear without warning. The tire looks perfect on the outside, full tread depth, no visible cracks, proper inflation, until the belt package separates at 70 miles per hour and you are fighting to keep a 9,000-pound trailer from jackknifing across 3 lanes. Translation, that pothole you hit 3 months ago started a structural failure process. The tire has been dying from the inside out, and your pre-trip inspections cannot detect it. This is why cheap tires fail early. They have no margin for real-world abuse, invisible time bombs, counting down with every bad road. A viewer named Dave commented last week, blew an ST tire on mile 12 of a 3,000-mile trip. The tire had 800 miles total use. That is not an anomaly, Dave. That is the business model, the heat buildup death spiral. Underinflation increases rolling resistance, which generates heat, which accelerates rubber degradation, which leads to structural failure, especially in hot climates. Cheap tires with thin sidewalls and inferior rubber compounds cannot dissipate heat effectively. Add underinflation from improper load calculations, and you create a thermal death spiral where the tire cooks itself from the inside. Desert Southwest RVers avoid China bomb tires because they disintegrate in extreme heat conditions. Low tire pressure is documented as the leading cause of blowouts. Translation, you are driving through the Arizona in August with tires running 10 psi low. Because the dealer never weighed your rig, the rubber is cooking itself at a molecular level, a slow motion explosion you are paying to accelerate. The Sailun recall that exposed everything. The 2021 Sailun recall exposed the system, tread separation and belt package design failures affecting multiple ST tire brands sold under different labels. Sailun Tire America voluntarily recalled thousands of tires because their steel belt design was fundamentally flawed. But here's the thing, these tires were already installed on RVs and trailers across the country as original. The manufacturers bought cheap. Sailun delivered cheap. Families paid the price on highway shoulders from California to Florida. Official NHTSA recall documentation for tread separation hazards. This was not a small batch defect. This was a systemic engineering failure that made it through quality control, corporate procurement, RV manufacturer installation, dealer prep, and onto highways before federal regulators stepped in. Translation, the free market failed. Your value-priced RV came with tires so poorly designed that a recall was inevitable. And how many other brands are ticking time bombs waiting for enough failures to trigger federal action, when even premium brands fail the Bridgestone Ecopia recall? Even premium brands fail. Manufacturing errors causing potential for rapid air loss and crashes from a major brand like Bridgestone sold through Walmart. In 2025, Bridgestone recalled Ecopia tires due to manufacturing defects that could cause sudden deflation. This proves even established brands with over a century of engineering history are not immune to quality control failures when production is scaled for volume and cost targets. Official recall affecting tires sold through major retailers nationwide. Translation, if Bridgestone, a global tire manufacturer with advanced engineering and quality standards, can ship defective products to Walmart, imagine what is happening with no-name Chinese brands sold through RV dealer networks with zero accountability. When the premium brands fail quality control, the budget options are not playing the same game. They are playing a different sport with no referees. What you need to do right now. The tire industry treats RVers as captive customers with no leverage. Manufacturers install the cheapest rubber possible to hit price points. Dealers sell age inventory as new because most buyers never check date codes. Federal safety standards lag years behind the body count. The era of assuming brand new means safe is over. Stop shopping like a victim and start thinking like an auditor. Here is your safe list. Michelin XPS Ribs. Gold standard with 7+ year lifespans even in brutal desert conditions. Expensive but proven. Goodyear Endurance or G6 14 RST. Engineered specifically for heavy RV loads with enhanced durability. Continental HSL2 Eco Plus. Long haul commercial grade tire with exceptional longevity. Check date codes on every tire before purchase. The last 4 digits show week and year of manufacture. Never buy tires over 2 years old from manufacturing date. Replace tires at 5 to 7 years maximum regardless of tread depth because rubber degrades over time even without use. Weigh your RV fully loaded and ensure tire load ratings exceed your actual weight, not just barely meet specification numbers. Don't let a $500 tire decision cost you everything. Stop trusting dealer assurances and start reading date codes like an auditor. Subscribe because the RV industry will not tell you this. They are counting on you never figuring it out until you are stranded on Interstate 40 in July, watching your vacation plans evaporate with the Arizona heat rising off cheap Chinese rubber that was already 6 years old when they sold it to you as brand new.